Hey, can you do me a favor, kiddo? Could you there should be a Mythic Legions around there anyway. So what's up, everybody? It's me, True Star Screamer. And yeah, come sneak around here. And yeah, it's Sunday. Thank you. It's Sunday. I'm bored. And I'm a ton over here. I don't know how many of you guys can see over here. And we got an hour to kill here at the Star Screamer household. So I decided to go live just to literally open up some of this stuff. Kind of put my hands on it because these are old figures, right? These figures have been reviewed months, years ago. These are All-Star Wave stuff, Necromana stuff, and we all know if you're not reviewing it 5 minutes before it's been released out there, no one's paying attention. So I just wanted to kind of go through the backlog a little because, clean off this table because, there's a big blue plane coming. Yes, that's right. The Rattler is on its way. And chances are it's going to take up residence on this table, and we will be doing a live unboxing of the Rattler. Keep that in mind. While I'm in front of the camera over here, I do have a moderator running the computer. So if anyone happens to show up and puts a comment in the screen, she'll let me know that it's here.
And, already got two.
Oh, but thank you for catching. Please hit that like button. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe. But yeah, so we're just going to kind of go through this stuff kind of random. I'm just going to be opening up a box, seeing how it looks. If I like it, cool. Then, toss on display shelf later. And I think we're going to start off actually with this is from the Necronymous wave. And this is Beluith. And there's a cat down here, by the way. So if I get attacked by a small furry creature, it is not just one of my toys coming to life. And this is one of the ones from Necronymous Wave I wanted to really review and to do a formal review for because she's absolutely awesome. And again, I just think I just lost the window for it. Now, if any of these do catch your eye and you do want me to do a formal review, let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll have it told to me. Or if you're catching this on an after stream, I of course get the notifications on these. So. And again, if you guys want to say anything on there, even though I can't see the chat, someone else will, and they'll let me know. And if you catch Figure Fight Club on Tuesdays, it's the person who usually tries to kill me around 9 o'clock every night. So, I kid you not, she actually snuck up behind me the other day. I was working on the display, and she put on my Casey Jones mask. And it was like, I felt like it was in a slasher movie for a hot minute. And what I mean by she snuck up behind me, she literally had this mask on and the baseball bat, and I did not hear her come down. I swear, I must have freaking jumped out of my skin. So that's the kind of stuff I deal with in this house. That's right.
Confirm.
Yeah. If you guys like these live casts, let me know. I think they're kind of fun to do. I like doing it because I get to use my little one gets to help me out as my director, producer type of situation. And kind of feels like a kid opening up toys in front of people, Oh, speaking of figures, man, did you guys check out the Vala stuff? Oh my gosh. That is going to be so much money spent. I'm very happy. I do have my tickets to Legions Con, and so I'm very excited on getting that special Sidewinder. That looks absolutely badass. Speaking of badass, this girl is looking pretty cool. So, I mean, like I said, Dork Lair, Toy Bro, a lot of the cool people, a lot of the big Legions guys have already reviewed her. But this is a really good female figure. She's got the blue hair. She's got the alternate head on here. I love things I like in life is asymmetry in my figure designs, and this absolutely honestly flips all my buttons here. I love the armor on here with the bare arm. I'm not sure how many of the details are picking up.
Toy Mafia said, yo, I only get time. Wait, only when I get time, dude.
So, you know what? Mafia, I appreciate that. Dude, again, and I appreciate every time you put something in one of my comments. When you put a comment in all my reviews. That means a damn ton. So, Mafia, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Every figure action, mentioning out people like Sportimus, like pretty much everybody who's gone. You know, God, I miss Nightwingham. I really do miss him. He was such a good guy. The guy would call me up. We actually spoke on the phone a number of times. I really like this alternate face piece she has with the nose rotted off, and I think I might switch that out, to be honest. I mean, this face is cool, but this just looks a little more demonic, and the hair does come off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Because I'm probably setting this figure up for display. This is a 1.0 body, so that there is no neck pivot or anything on that. It's just on a ball joint. And, oh yeah. I think that just looks so much more undead.
I'm just looking at the cat. He's spying on you.
What's also cool with this figure is she actually has a little undead bird.
I like the bird.
Got a belt with a skull on it. I mean, she has some really cool accessories, and this is actually neat. Check this out. This is one of the ones I think my favorite things about her. So, a lot of Mythic Legions have these back slots for backpacks, but a lot of the Mythic mix don't really take advantage of it enough. And when you put the peg on here, she actually has this basically the bone hook that comes out of her back. And there's another undead bird in a bird cage, or is it a bird? No, it's a snake. I'm sorry. There's a snake skeleton in here, which means I know my daughter's going to steal this because she loves snakes.
Yes.
So that's actually pretty damn cool. I mean, again, I've seen this figure in reviews, but there's just something about when you have it in person. So you can sit there and actually just have her on display with the snake hanging from her back, which is kind of cool. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday. I hope everybody is getting ready for a safe and happy 4th of July. Sadly, this year, I'm not doing my overkill fireworks display, which I usually do. I've taken a break from that one. I used to do that a ton when I lived down in outside of Raleigh. Just in this neighborhood where I live right now, it's just not so much. Cat, no. That's not food, cat. My cat is trying to eat my figures. This is, honestly, this is the star of the show, in my opinion. And that is, whew, there's that plastic smell. This is pretty damn cool. So, this dual skeleton here, and you can actually change the neck, and these are on ball joints. So it's now like it's a nice two-headed chimera. So we've got, I guess, lion's head, goat's head, and the snake's head back here. So she's got a pet undead chimera. We've got the bird here, and we got the snake. And I don't know if this is a shoulder pad or what, to be honest. Does it have a picture of her on the back with this thing fully loaded? No, they don't. That's kind of one thing I kind of wish some Mythic Legions had, where it's just some more I mean, I know I could look it up online, but still, like when you're out just messing around in front. Nice little tattered alternate hair piece too, which I think looks really good. A little more messed up, not so perfect. So I'll take that off. Put that one on. There we go. Actually, I think that one does look better. A little more disheveled. She's supposed to be a villainess, so that kind of makes it even more fun. Again, is this supposed to be a shoulder pad?
We have Triple D Dungeon. Well, Triple D's Dungeon is here.
Oh, dude, Triple D, thank you. I see you a lot in a lot of the other groups on here. That is awesome to see you, man. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, so I was talking a little earlier about the Valaverse live stream.
Also, Thor Anacostia is here. I think that's how you say it. I wasn't quite sure.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah. I'm sure they appreciate you trying, kiddo.
Yeah. I wasn't quite sure.
I'm gonna have to look up. You know what? I'm gonna have to look up how she wears this. It is not. I don't know if it's on a shoulder pad or what. And I just totally disassembled this figure. So I'm trying to figure out if this is supposed to be a shoulder pad.
That might be a belt.
I thought it was a belt, but when I tried putting it on as a belt, it didn't quite work as a belt.
It is.
Like I thought it was supposed to go like this.
It might be like a side bag where like it hangs through her arm and head, and it like hangs on her side.
I was thinking about that. I have to look up some pictures of her, but there you go, like that. See how it's like on her shoulder like that?
Oh yeah.
Again, I could be completely wrong, but that's the nice thing about Mythic Legions. There's no right or really wrong way to do things. You just do it how you feel it. But we got that, and then pop this off, put the gauntlet on there. So now it doesn't look like that should be on that arm though, but oh well, I guess it does. I absolutely do love this figure. I'm kind of sad I didn't do a formal review of her, but again, like I said, everyone else was doing reviews of her. I'm only going to be going on to about 8:30, guys, just so you know. Mostly because, A, little one wants to spend time with mom, and B, I don't want to be cutting into Hella Dope, because they are on tonight at 9 o'clock, and I think they got a really cool guest on tonight. So I know I'll definitely be catching that. So... And I can't upstage Hella Dope. Those guys are awesome. Might upstage Figure Fight Club, but that's just me being a jerk. Jokes aside, Abby is awesome. I will see him on Tuesday. I wish him safe travels coming back from DFW. Because, man, it looked like everyone was having fun last night. Let me tell you. I bet you that bar was a good time. Oh, that's pretty neat. So the snake is just kind of sitting in here. Everything's just kind of loosey-goosey. And the cage just goes over that. Well, that just sits like that. Sits like that. It is difficult to get the cage. Oh, why? Did you take the cage off? Yeah. That's why the cage is off. Oh, I can mess with the thing. So if you guys wonder why my cage is off, we can now blame it on my lovely assistant.
I did absolutely nothing.
So, all right. That is Beluia, whatever, and I absolutely like her. And so she'll be going on the shelf after the video is done. We'll put this over here. And let's go for another figure that I haven't quite opened up yet. I've reviewed the Tupriculi. It's in my video history. This was absolutely a figure of the year option. So I don't need to open that one up. Let's go with something a little more simple. Let's go with the Skeleton Legions builder. So more Necronomicon stuff. And this is Ilgar. Oh, fun fact, this live cast was actually my daughter's idea. We were talking about just coming downstairs and looking at the Mythic Legion stuff, and she's like, "Dad, how about we just live cast it?" Because she likes to help with the live casting, and I've been meaning to get to this backlog. And so my advice is, guys, if you are a parent, bring your kids into your hobbies. It makes it so much more fun. This kid has been hanging around action figures literally since she was... Since I could carry her into the action figure room. And she's never busted a figure. She's never broken anything. And it's really rewarding being able to share stuff like this with your kid. You've got no idea. So, I am probably going to keep this with the skull head on, to be honest. The other helmet I will probably use for some kind of customization. It's just one of those dwarf heads, which I have a second dwarf. Ooh, I might do that. So it's just a little more battered Actually, I might put some of this armor on the second dwarf. I really like this patina look on here. I think this is probably one of my favorite painted figures I've opened. The guys did such a good job on the details on this metal, this copper. It's kind of funny. I'm doing another playthrough of Skyrim, and this guy just reminds me of a Drugar that would just cause me a lot of trouble. But yeah, I've really been enjoying the Mythic Legions. And I think what really turned me on to this figure was I was watching the 3POA where Bobby was at Legions Con. And I swear, it was probably the most humble I've ever seen that man when he's talking about the fandom and just how much fun people have with these figures. And I've been kind of denying myself these figures for a long time. And I say that, denying myself. I was always curious, but I never really wanted to get into another line. You know, they didn't have the articulation that I wanted, etc., which is all valid points. Don't get me wrong. But once I really started messing with these, like I said, the articulation is just enough. And it's just, honestly, some basic big kid toy fun. I mean, come on. Most of the time we buy our figures, we mess around with them a little, and then we put them on the shelf. And hardly ever mess with them again unless you're specifically trying to do some kind of photography or you're just boxing them up to sell them later. And these guys look absolutely fantastic on the shelf. But what do you guys do? I mean, are you actively messing with your figures? Are you like me, who's got this huge-ass backlog that you half the time you don't even know what you're doing with most of these figures? Before you can mess with the next figure, ooh, the latest figure came in, you want to mess with that first, and they just get kind of forgotten about? Because, honestly, I hate that when that happens. And it happens to me too many times. About 5 years ago. Yeah, story time. Story time was with True Starscreamer. God, this guy looks so good. He looks so good. 5 years ago, I lost my job. I had, my house down outside of Raleigh. Didn't know what I was going to do. And I remember talking to my wife saying, why are we staying in the Raleigh area? And so we decided that we didn't need to. And that's one of the reasons why we live where we live now. But between those times, am I still on camera?
Yeah.
Okay. How far did I drop down?
I can see like right here, like at your shoulders.
So my face is still on camera. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, like I said, so we sold the house and we were staying in an apartment for a while. I had packed up the action figure collection. And I still was collecting stuff. I was still buying Transformers. Because I used to, again, hey, true Starscreamer. Starscream. I used to be a huge Transformers fan. The hat and all that. And the problem was I was still buying stuff. But since I was in the apartment, I really didn't want to open stuff. Because I knew we would be moving into a house again. I just packed up the collection. It was all in storage. And I didn't want to have another complete collection to pack up. So I was just buying stuff and putting them in the closet, boxed. And then we moved into this place. And yeah, I definitely like this a lot. I'm going to do a head swap anyway. But we moved into this place. And I started resetting up the collection. Everything's sounding cool right now, right? Yeah, everything was cool until about... We weren't in this place 3 months. And we had plumbing issues. And that included my basement having water coming down here. And we had to get the whole carpet redone down here. So everything had to come out. They had to tear up the carpet for insurance reasons. Because we were getting mold down here. And the whole collection was back in the garage again. And it was probably, we were up there for, it's probably about another 4 to 6 weeks. I think we didn't have access to put anything down here because they had to clean out everything, clean out the potential mold, all that fun stuff, and then rebuild everything. And of course, this was during the pandemic. There were material shortages, all that fun stuff. And But I'd still be buying stuff because Hasbro still produces. Everybody still does their thing. And I ended up getting another backlog. Even worse, though, I still had the stuff all packed back up that I started taking out. And then I reset the display shelves and I started reprioritizing. I never took my Transformers out. I've been living in this house for 5 years now, and my Transformers are still all boxed up. I probably do want to sell them all because I honestly haven't opened a full Transformer in years. I think the last Transformer I opened up was the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, which I actually do have on a glass display case. It's actually a really good figure. But I mean, I've got all 5 Studio Series Dinobots. I've got a complete Armada, Energon, Cybertron collection, all that stuff. And I just have no desire to put it out, to be honest. Heck, I've even felt the thing something's about Marvel Legends. And okay. All right, so here's its head on here. And I don't like it as much. It's a cool head. And I think I'm going to definitely put this on one of my dwarves. But especially with the beard on here, I really I have to almost put the armor around the beard. And while it looks good and I love that patina, yeah, it's just not going to work. I am debating if I'm going to take this beard, put that on one of my dwarves and just see how that looks, because that looks a little better, or even on one of the barbarians. Yeah, total tangent, but we're talking toys. So we'll worry about that guy later. I'm glad I bought him. I like him. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why I don't do Transformer reviews. I have not bought or pre-ordered a Transformer in ages. I think Swoop was the last Transformer I purchased just because I wanted to have all 5 Dinobots. I'm not getting that Studio Series Megatron, for example, though I do have Studio Series 86 Prime off in the corner, and he's boxed up because I really didn't want to put him on display. Though I do like my YOLO Parks, as you all know. I'll always blatantly say that is probably the direction of my Transformer collection. So, how are we looking on time, kiddo?
We're good. We have like 30 minutes.
Okay, so it's 8 o'clock?
Like almost. It's like 7:56. So
okay.
Close enough.
So, I appreciate everyone who stuck through that rambling, by the way. So, if you like that, give me a thumbs up. Woohoo.
Yeah.
This video gets over 100 views. I will buy my kid ice cream.
Do it. Tell your friends, do it. I don't know if you can even hear me, but if you can, do it.
All right, we're gonna open up a Skeleton Legion builder because I'm gonna put that with what's his name, and I'll have those flanking on my shelf. This is actually kind of fun. I should do this more time.
I like watching you do this.
But like I said, definitely want to catch Hella Dope tonight. They're doing a good show. Catch us on Figure Action every Thursday if you can. Check out my reviews if you haven't checked them out already. We try to do some fun stuff. All my reviews are definitely non-biased, try to be truthful. I am absolutely counting down to when Big Bad Toy Store finally receives that Loose Collector Grendel figure. I think that is probably one of my most anticipated figures. You know, it's funny with the Loose Collector. I've got a love-hate relation with them, as in I've been hating most. I haven't liked most of what I purchased from them, but I'm loving what they're doing. And when I said I needed to buy that Grendel figure, I had no choice because I actually have a tattoo of Grendel on my arm. So I'm a huge fan, and I just saw the Kickstarter for the board game. I'm debating if I'm going to get that. I like the spear.
Oh, that is.
Could use a little more paint on it, but I know this is a Legion builder. It's basic. I can always paint it, but I do like the spear.
Projects.
Oh, yeah. Projects, more projects. Love this helmet. I think they use this for some of the goblins, too, which is pretty cool. And, oh, the jaw does work. And this guy comes with some gear. Wow. He does come with Also, not only the shoulder pads, but a bow and arrow too. Does he have a sword? Let's see if he's got a sword. I have yet to really get into customizing legions. I know that's a huge step when people start doing that. And oh yeah, he's got a pretty good sword. The same sword that Tropicula came with. Oh. And the cat is not trying to attack me, which is good. So yeah, if I do this again next month, and my other cat is able to come out, oh my gosh.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. I've got this black kitten we picked up a little, geez, 5-6 weeks ago. 5-6 weeks ago.
Yeah, like a little over a month.
Yeah. We've had to keep her. So I'm at work, and my coworkers are telling me that there's a kitten living out front of the store. I'm like, what do you mean a kitten? Like, yeah, like we're talking a kitten. And I'm sitting there going like, I don't need to know this because I have an absolute weakness to cute and furry. And it's a Sunday. The cat apparently showed up on a Thursday. I did not see the cat on Friday or Saturday. And I'm working there on Sunday, and then I see it. We're talking sitting down about the size of this action, a little bigger than this action figure. I see this little fluff ball of black fur. And my coworker says, isn't that cat, isn't it adorable? And I literally am looking at it. And it's not even 30 seconds later, I have my cell phone in my hand, and I call my wife. And I tell her, get to the store and with the cat carrier. And she's like, what? I said, get to the store with the cat carrier. There's a kitten here, and it's coming home. And my wife's like, okay. And I'm still at work. I'm at the store, and my wife and daughter now are pretty much chasing this cat around, trying to, for like about an hour and a half. Fortunately, this is before the heat wave had hit. This cat had gone through a thunderstorm out there, by the way. I want to point that out. Nothing crazy that's going on today, but she had gone through a rainstorm. And we brought her home. We made sure we had a vet appointment, and we've been keeping this cat in the bathroom now, again, for these 5 weeks. Turned out she did have worms. So we took her to, we had the vet appointment, so she had worms. There was a whole lot of nasty stuff going around, but we took care of that, got her medicated. She's doing great with that. And now we're just waiting to find out, get her tested for FIV, which is basically the cat equivalent of AIDS and feline leukemia, because both are contagious.
T-Man is here, and he put a cat emoji.
Yes. So the whole idea on that is, skeleton builder. By the way, this, absolute. I would definitely say if you're at a convention, this is a fantastic intro to Mythic Legions. These are absolutely fantastic. So we got the cat being tested on Tuesday for the FIV and all that. And this little cat, Lilith, we call her Lily sometimes, is absolutely fantastic. If you follow me on Facebook, I posted a video of her. Maybe I'll put it on Instagram just to get some cheap hits. But yeah, we cannot wait to get this cat integrated with the rest of the cats. All right. So Skeleton Legion Builder. Also, high recommend everything that's right about Mythic Legions. What should we do next? Tempted to do one of these night packs I've got.
Why not?
So Mythic Legions, yeah, why not? Mythic Legions did these where there are these night builders of different colors, and literally the whole purpose of these is to buy these and take them apart and make your own custom ones.
And says rest of the cats with a question mark.
Yeah, I've got 3 cats now. I've got Dresden, who I've had a while, Zari, who we picked up in October, which usually are a 2-cat household. And I kept saying we're a 2-cat household. And this cat is now made us into a 3-cat household. And I mean it, there are no more. Which color of these guys do I want to open up? Purple, green.
Purple.
And I've got two versions of the purple knight here.
Do you like purple?
We do like purple in this house, so we'll open up the purple knight here.
Even says again, you're collecting cats now instead of Transformers.
I am not collecting cats, all right? This cat, listen, this cat, when we picked her up, she was under a pound and a quarter.
Yeah.
Under a pound and a quarter. She's now almost, I think she's she's over 3 pounds. So she was dehydrated, starving, and even if she does end up testing positive for those 2 viruses, for the leukemia and the FIV, we probably will then have to have her rehomed, and we are emotionally ready for that because we know no matter what, we did the right thing with bringing this cat out from the street. This purple is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love this purple. This is on a 2.0 body, so there's actually a neck pivot, so we can actually look up and down. The other ones have a static peg, which is nice, which is, functional. But this absolutely just gives that a little bit more dynamic.
Oh, I'm just gonna take a closer look.
Oh, you can take a look at it here. $10.
Ooh, that does look really good.
Yeah.
It's like very subtle, but it's I like it.
Spike point here in the hip. Yeah. It is hot in North Carolina, by the way. I don't know if we've been breaking 89 degrees. You can see I'm down in the basement and I'm still sweating because I am sensitive to heat like that.
It said like there might be another thunderstorm at 10.
Yeah, we've also been getting random thunderstorms, like
in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, in the middle of the day. Oh, we got 2 types of. I can either put this with a mace with a sphere or with a club on that. He also comes with a big ass sword and a regular sword and scabbard. So these night packs are really good because you get all these extra parts, so you can definitely make them how you want to make them. Whether you want to make them more of a melee character. There we go. Pop the base off, and I'm going to give him a belt to hold his weapons. Like I said, this is all just a total informal event. Again, if you want these figures actually formally reviewed, let me know if any of them kind of catch your eye. Though, like I said, Dork Lair and Toy Bro, who are my usual go-to reviewers for Mythic Legions, is who I know has very in-depth reviews on these.
T-Man said again, heat them up.
I know. I've got a hairdryer down here that I use, and if you're not, if you go to T-Man 978's channel, he's got a Amazon affiliate page, and he can get you a heat gun and stuff on there, so he'll take care of you on that. His Amazon page is beautifully organized for everything you need for your action figure needs. He's not paying me for that because he's up in Baltimore, not in DFW, to go snag me a Praetorian. Oh, I do actually have 2 Praetorian Ravagers on the way. Just Jeff was able to hook me up, so that's going to be really cool. I think that's okay. I'll fight with this later. But Purple Knight has my full endorsement. Actually, I think I'm going to wrap up from there because I'm surrounded by packaging right now, and I think I need to start cleaning up a little. So I appreciate everyone who joined me on this live cast. If you're catching on the replay, again, leave some comments down below for anything you want me to review. As always, I got cool stuff on the way, and this is just something fun. If you like me to do these live casts, let me know. I can sit here, play with toys, tell stories, whatever. And as always, until next time, take care. Peace.